Well, I am so excited today. I cannot believe it. My name is Julia Flynn-Worry, and I'm a UFORIA nutritionist, and it is my great honor to introduce the Influencer Factory, our team, to the one, the only CEO of UFORIA, Ron Williams. I am so excited, yay, to introduce Ron to everyone today. I'd like to give a little bit of an introduction about Ron, and I am going to read this because I got to meet and see Ron for the very first time in January with my partner here who's on the call, Brenda Graham. That was the first time, and he shared with us that he was born and raised in Southern California, but the biggest takeaway that I had from meeting Ron was just how he comes from amazing heart space and cares about us all, cares about our well-being, our health, our wealth, our successes. It's just been an amazing pleasure to be on this ride. And then my partner, Brenda Graham, who I'm going to let speak in a second. Brenda Graham and I drove up to New Jersey, and we got to see Ron, and I'm going to let you talk about that, Brenda. Unmuted you? Unmute?
I'm unmuted. Ron, just thank you so much for doing us the honor, and we're so pleased to share this space with you.
Well, I put the picture of my suit up there just for you, sweet girl.
That was not necessary.
I know the secret behind that. Well, Ron, if you wanna be a real face here, that would be awesome too. We would love to see you. Just to share a little bit about our team and how amazing we all are, because we are really an amazing group. You are looking at a majority of people who have laid down the intention to come to Las Vegas, to be in Las Vegas and share space with you again. And you have a minimum of, I believe it's 6 people on this call, maybe even 7, who have declared to become influencers. So that's exciting. And a lot of people who are kind of full-time as well, who work this business full-time or, you know, part-time and get a lot of full-time results. So Ron, I'd like to turn the floor over to you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Good afternoon to everyone, and it's a pleasure to be on. Well, first of all, obviously there's a lot of cool things going on with this company. Today marks day number 154. That's how young we are as a company. And, you know, already we've got a lot of nice collateral materials, lots of communication, lots of good scientists, and amazing testimonials of people that are using our product, because the thing we can always rely on is the body. The body will perform miracles by the minute when we learn how to honor and edify its intelligence. All we have to do is give it the proper raw materials. And nutrition and UFORIA, what they do is they offer a straight line of raw materials. I mean, imagine going to the Amazon forest trying to find what your body needs. You could probably be in there for a lifetime trying to figure this out. But imagine, you know, figuratively going into the Amazon forest with your DNA results and just picking what you need in the exact ratios and saving lots and lots of time. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. And it's changing the landscape of nutrition and supplementation. It's the future, and it's not if, it's just when. It's inevitable. And we're the only ones doing it to the microgram for people, one at a time. So far, it's gone really, really nicely. And when you do something like this, there's a couple things. Number one, when you're in the pursuit of your wellness, it's always good to be at the events and just learn from the scientists who are going to be there, lecturing, taking on a panel, all kinds of fun things, some new announcements regarding kind of a professional white label program that we're going to be doing as a company that'll be obviously user-friendly to us. And then from a business standpoint, if you consider that next year's projection is $600 billion, almost, not quite, but almost out of nowhere, DNA wellness next year, and we're the only company doing this, it's pretty special that we have this opportunity in front of us. And we're going to look back in 15, 20 years and go, wait a minute, we were the people on the bus, you know, when nobody understood or knew or believed. We're the people that are on the bus. And so I look at it kind of that way, that this sort of biotechnology commands our reverence, our respect, our sacrifice, our compromises, our commitments, our growth, you know, our disciplines, all the things that go out with it. You know, for some reason it's us. You know, even myself, I still kind of pinch myself when I think this is what we're doing. But, you know, we have this event coming up, and I just wanted to make sure you guys all knew that, man, we're going to make some amazing announcements at this event. It'll be kind of a taste, touch, feel experience, and you'll be able to see the tangibility and the tens of millions of dollars that have gone into the foundation of setting up UFORIA science. But I think what I'm learning more than anything that I'll just share with you, I just wanted to get on and connect. I didn't really have a specific anything, but just the idea that, you know, what this has taught me is that prevention isn't what we thought it was. I used to get in front of rooms and crowds and talk about convention like a superhero, you know, casting an umbrella of safety over everybody, realizing that that's just not true. What we thought prevention was is not true, because if it were, there wouldn't be people who can smoke a pack of cigarettes a day and live to 100. There's lots of those people. On the flip side, people like me, I smell cigarette smoke and I get sick. Maybe some of you can relate. Or, you know, fitness icons in their prime drop dead of a heart attack. This is all genetic disposition. So what I've learned about prevention since understanding DNA tests is that what you're preventing is completely different than what I'm preventing. And that one man's nutrient could be another man's toxin, literally. So that's what we're learning, and that's what this is uncovering for each of us, that there's a thing called precision prevention for you and for me. So from a business perspective, we're on the bus, we're early. How fun would it be to build a residual income on the first company to land on this planet, to take your DNA from medical grade labs, HIPAA compliant, run your anti-aging genetic panel, run it through a software written for 24 years by a bunch of giddy scientists, get a 35-page report, and then 2 weeks later, you know, nearly 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed, studied ingredients into your formula called nutrition to the microgram for you. Just pure, concentrated, raw nutrition. So I just want to just tell you all, I look so much to being with you. As I mentioned, this biotechnology commands our respect, our reverence, our attention. And I think being in Vegas will be another step forward in the right direction. So unless there's anything you'd like for me to cover, a question, I'm more than happy to depart, or whatever you need.
That was so wonderful, Ron. I'm wondering, does anyone on the call have a question for Ron, and to ask him anything at all about our company and anything you might be wondering?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, Daryl.
Okay. Well, obviously, there's Ron. It's good to talk to you today, and thank you for being on the call. How are you, my friend?
Very good.
Good. You know, one of the things that I was wondering is, you know, we do discounts for multi-pack for our distributors, and then I was thinking of something that's more customer facing in regards to, let's say, a family that would like to use the nutrition as well. Is there any thought of possibly in the future offering some kind of reward program or discount program so that families cannot necessarily have a financial barrier, but could see all the reasons why to say yes to moving forward with UFORIA?
Yeah, actually, that's absolutely the plan, is to do some things. I think one of these ideas came from you, Daryl. I've always enjoyed talking to you and exploring concepts, and the idea of couples or senior citizens or both, you know, if it comes from the same family, same credit card kind of thing, that we want to be able to offer amazing discounts to people. So yes, that is the plan, and I would suspect that we'll be announcing it, assuming that it's all, you know, that it's all done by Las Vegas, but we will be sharing. I'm sorry, could you not hear me?
Yeah, you took a hit.
Right. Wait, there was a blip.
You know what? That's weird. I didn't even touch it. Anyhow, yes, I've always enjoyed brainstorming with you, Daryl. And one of those ideas, I believe, came from you. So whether it's senior citizens or couples or families under the same roof, there should be amazing economies of scale when that happens. And we should be announcing that in Vegas.
You made me a very happy man. Thank you.
I think it was your idea. So thanks for making me look smarter than I am.
That is really cool. We've heard some, I guess, some inklings about some other ways that this might be used, things like for kids or for animals or for skincare. Is there anything like that on the horizon line?
Well, that's certainly in our arsenal, but right now not on the horizon, only because we're 150 days and we want to give everybody, as many people as possible, to get on the nutrition first and keep the focus. But the possibilities are skin, weight loss, sports performance, children. That's where we want to go. But in due time, it'll just be a business decision. That's all.
Very cool. Very cool. Robert, do you have a question?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. I was just wondering, have we ever been scrutinized by the press? Because the bigger we get, the more scrutiny we're going to get. And, you know, that could work to our benefit because it could be good validation and a selling point.
Well, I used to be, a young gun, and I used to get affected by negative press, but I think you make a really good point. When you should worry is when nobody's talking about you. And I think we pose a major threat to a multi-billion-dollar industry of supplementation because we do it to the microgram real time. So there's a lot of power behind those other companies. And I think we are going to be, our adversity will be in equal polarity to our potential. So I'm expecting it.
Okay, thank you.
You betcha.
Excellent, you guys. I just got a question in from Angel. Angel Fritz has a question, which I'm curious about too. What about in different places like New Mexico or New York?
Well, in New Mexico, we are in there, but New York, we are working on a lab on the ground there because New York has an interesting law that the lab has to be in New York. So we're working on that.
Oh, cool. That's exciting to hear. We have at least 3 New Yorkers here, I think. So that's really great to hear that. We got some East Coasters here. That's where we are over here. Rhonda said, is there any timeline on New York?
I actually read an email today where we're negotiating with the lab. I don't have a timeline, but I can tell you the negotiations are happening.
Oh, that is truly exciting. Boy, that is everybody's thumbs up and dancing on that one. I'm looking around to see who else might have a question for you. I'm trying to see here if there's anything else. I know that the convention is full of amazing parties and recognition. It's really, really exciting, all the cool stuff that's going to be going on. Are we going to have a day where we're having the U of U again?
Yeah, that'll be Friday, the 28th in Las Vegas. So it's going to be pretty special.
I can't wait. That was really, really fun. That was very, very exciting. And you have a beautiful singing voice. So I look forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have 2 more questions. Linda McBee would like to know, Linda, do you want to unmute? I'm not sure about your question.
So Ron, I've been in marketing for a really long time, and I get a little bit of a hiccup and a kickback, or a kind of a question when they have to charge the extra fee for the lab. Is that always going to be the case, or is there a way to make that smoother?
We're getting some legal opinion on that. That's good feedback. That's not the first time we've gotten that feedback. And the reason it is the way it is right now is because of the HIPAA compliance.
Right.
Keeping all data, information, credit cards, all that stuff kind of in a separate software at ustart.com. And that's where all the HIPAA information is at. And that's why you have that separate experience. And as a company, we would sure like to smooth it over because we know that it's just one more little thing that people have to do. But I don't think it's one thing that is going to be too uncommon in the near future, because DNA is starting to be like everything and people are doing it. Our DNA test is the cheapest one I know, it's the most affordable, I might say, but only because we own the lab, and we're not in the lab business. We're in the nutrition business. So, but we're going to continue getting legal advice of how we can couple the payment into one, so it's not such a complicated process.
So what I have done to help overcome that is just, I bring it up before I get the rebuttal.
Yeah. I would agree with you. In fact, right now we've been sending personalized welcome messages to people, and we're just kind of doing it in a way that says, welcome and congratulations. And by the way, 3 quick things: make sure you swab, go to UStart, register your one-time analysis, and make sure you use that coupon while it's still valid, and then put it in the mail immediately in the prepaid envelope so that you get it back immediately. So we're trying to educate everybody on it ourselves as well, help you out.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. And that was an excellent question, Linda. Thank you so much. I have another question here, which is from Deborah Busby, who would like to know any hints on any international hints, any ideas or any feedback you can give us on where we might be going internationally.
Yeah. So we are just now diversifying and having conversations, and nothing formal, nothing dates, but I can tell you that we are a year deep into Western Europe, and we're looking also at Australia, but nothing formal, not a date to announce, but those are in the works right now. That's
exciting. That's really cool. Mr. Proximity, David Storm Ruffin, would like to know if we got our clearance for the National Sports Foundation, or when that might be coming about.
We passed the first phase. There's 2 phases, and I don't have a date yet, but I know that it's a little bit of a process. A lot of things have to be sent back and forth, 55-gallon drums of this and that, and it's pretty extensive. So, but I know phase 1 we're past. I'll just keep you posted as I know. I don't have a date yet.
Gotcha. Thank you. Looks like 2 more questions. Oh, and I got an awesome in all caps and exclamation points from David from Mr. Proximity. So that was a great question too. Rhonda says that she knows of people that have paid $3.99 to $5.99 for other DNA reports and have not had a supplement made. So that's good information. Daryl Middleton asks, regarding insurance providers, will this be something that I guess can be an insurance deduction, or if we could have a code so that we could have this come out against our insurance? Ron, we can't hear you if you're answering.
So sorry.
That's
more to the code writers and insurance companies, but yeah, we have no say over that. We don't know of anything yet, but I think the insurance companies are probably weighing out the pros and cons of okaying it. And I think it's best when they don't, because then they don't have any control on the results. We're HIPAA compliant. We can't share anything with anybody. So last person we want to share it with is an insurance company, to be honest with you.
I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
So much. I absolutely, and I love the way you said that. That was absolutely beautiful. I think we have hit every single question, and I cannot thank you enough for sharing your time with us today. This is super exciting for all of us. I know the ones of us who were there in Las Vegas in January. I'm looking at Brenda and Mary, me, and it was just amazing. And I know that and I'm trying to remember everybody that was there. We had a lot of people there, and then the people that are coming. Robert does say one more thing. He said, I would love to see it VA approved. As a veteran, Robert would like to see that as VA approved. That's a good point, Robert.
Well, that is not too far away. That's something we are working on, Robert. Thank you. And you'll hear more about that as we move forward.
Well, that's exciting. Thank you so much. That was a big thumbs up. Robert just gave us a big thumbs up. So I want to thank you so much for your time today. We cannot wait to see you in just, I guess, under a month. Just under a month, we're going to see you soon. And if there's anything that, one last thought that you have for us, what would it be?
Well, you know, my favorite part of this conversation, is just, I'm so sorry, guys. My phone rings. My favorite part of this conversation is acknowledging that we're 99% identical. It's not about our color. It's not about our gender. You know, none of those things. Our creed. We belong together. But it's that 1% that says there never has been, never will be someone as beautiful and as unique as you. Sometimes we forget, and nothing illuminates that like a DNA test. And so the merging of the self-identity with DNA identity is what UFORIA science actually is. So I just wish everybody a beautiful day, and whatever it is you're going through, just rise above it and just be your most amazing self. That is life-giving. Being anything other than your amazing self is not. So just have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for having me on today. I look forward to seeing everybody there in Las Vegas, and don't come alone, because you're going to wish you brought that special, you know, client or potential or something, because as I mentioned, people get their wings at these events. It'll be quite fun.
That is so true. Thank you so much. You have a lovely afternoon, and we all appreciate you. Yay! I want to unmute everybody and just say one big goodbye from everybody. So 1, 2, 3.
Thank
Bye,
you.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, have a beautiful day.
See you in Vegas, brother.
Make my whole
Bye-bye.
day.
See you all in Vegas.
Wasn't that awesome, you guys?
Good job, Julia.
Oh,
That was awesome.
so inspirational. I'm going to hit stop recording, but I just